What's good, YouTube? Hitman X. Make sure y'all hit that like and hit that sub. So, this is somewhat of a rant video, and don't get it twisted, man. This still Suns Nation. I still ride it down for my sons, but I just gotta call out the bullshit that they've been on lately, man. It feels like to me that concerned with winning, they're more concerned with milestones. I'm in the Phoenix Suns group page or something like that, a fan page, and I'm seeing people celebrate the 50-point streak that Devin Booker's on right now, and I'm thinking to myself, is this what matters to y'all? Like, when does it come to a point that you get tired of seeing the same shit over and over again? You know? Like, yes, we have something special with Devin Booker, but what good does it do if we're not winning, you know? And then another thing, where was these 50-point games at the beginning of the season when we actually needed them? You know? Devin Booker started off the season ineffective, inefficient, you know, awful from the field. Now he's playing like, you know, there's lights out, and it seems like he does this every year. Around the end of the year, when it doesn't matter anymore, teams don't take us as serious as they did in the beginning of the season, as if they ever took us serious. I don't think they ever take us serious because of that, you know? But teams start to, you know, take it lighter on us. Now you want to drop 50-point games, 70-point games. Like, mind you, he dropped 70, 2 years ago? He dropped 70 points 2 years ago, a year or two ago, around this time, you know? Like, I'm just sick of the shit, man. I'm sick of the bullshit, man. It seems like to me, man, the Phoenix Suns are inept to the point to where they don't even care about winning anymore. It's more about selling tickets. It's more about pleasing the fans and stats, you know? Like, the stats please the fans so much, they bust nuts whenever they see Devin Booker drop 50 points. I promise you. It's, Devin Booker this, Devin Booker that, whenever he drops 50, you know? But when somebody drops 50 on us, then what? You know? When Jokic dropped that 30-point triple-double and didn't miss a shot, you know? I didn't see Devin Booker dropping 50 then. I didn't see you drop 50 then. Devin Booker, I gotta hold you accountable, my guy. Cause you getting all this fucking money, bro. And that's not saying that you don't deserve it, but at the same time, bro, you gotta prove to the NBA, to the league, that the Phoenix Suns are not a joke. And I'm not trying to hear, he needs more help. I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. I'm not trying to hear it. It's not an excuse, man. It's not an excuse. Devin Booker must play defense. It's just that simple. You must play better on defense, man. Simple. Like, what is there to argue about? What is there to debate about? Devin Booker, you have to be better on defense. You have to be better on off-ball defense. You cannot allow yourself to be caught sleeping like James Harden, much like James Harden. If you actually watch the Phoenix Suns games, he's very much like James Harden in every aspect. He gets most of his points, or a lot of his points, from the free throw line. He's an effective free throw shooter, don't get it twisted, but can fall into a hole to where he depends on fouls. He depends on his offense more than his defense, and that, in my opinion, is a detriment. We need more from you, Devin Booker. Now, I understand you don't have a roster to compete. I understand that, but at the same time, show the NBA that could be a desirable situation for them to come to. Now, let's say Kyrie Irving is a free agent this year. He could come to Phoenix and say, okay, well, they just one or two pieces away. Let me go there and we could probably compete for a championship. But nobody's saying that right now because we're a joke. We have people like Dragan Bender on the roster. You feel me? Like, that's who we draft. You know, Josh Jackson. I like Josh Jackson. He alright, but he's not who he panned out to be. You know, now we got to give him a little bit more time, but at the same time, he's not who we expected him to be coming to the league. You did. Just got to call that how it is. I mean, DeAndre Ayton playing timid at times. He's up and down. You know, I had him as my rookie of the year. It's kind of hard to stand on that. You know, clearly Luka Doncic is the rookie of the year. But come on now, let's just be consistent, Phoenix Suns fans. I'm calling out you Suns fans who celebrating this bullshit. Y'all were the same. I was too. Don't get it twisted. I celebrated that 70-point game, but I didn't hang my hat on it as in saying, well, this is my highlight of the season, because it wasn't. You know, it would have been better if we got that win. Most definitely. Especially seeing how we didn't get a number one overall pick anyway. We got fucked out. We got screwed out the draft anyway. So we might as well have won that game. You know what I mean? Same situation here. Like, I gave Phoenix a pass that game against the Celtics when he went for 70 because I'm like, all right, we was getting beat by 20 something. Of course you're gonna play him. Might as well 70 points. Might as well let him stat pad. But this 59-point game, and I didn't do a video on that because I just didn't see any necessary need to do it. But that 59-point game was disgusting, man. Like, the game is over. Why is Devin Booker still in the game? Get him out of there. Who cares? He already hit 70 points. Who cares at this point? I was happy they intentionally fouled old dude just to keep Devin Booker from getting 60. I'm happy they did that because they need a reality check. It's not about stats. It's not about stats. Fuck the stats. You did? It's not about stats, man. All them 59-point, 60-point games don't mean shit if you don't get a championship. We don't have any championships. As an organization, we have 0 championships. Devin Booker, you're not here to put up stats. You're here to win us games. You know what I mean? Not one time in your career have you won more than 30-point games. 30 games in the season. Not one time. We need to change that narrative. Fuck the stats. How about that stat? Get more than 30 wins. That can't be too hard. The Lakers have more than 30 games won this year, and that stink. Come on, now, this is the Lakers we're talking about. Let's get it, Phoenix, man. Cut the bullshit. What's good, homie? Cut the bullshit, man. Hitman next, man. I ain't want to go too hard on my sons, man, because I understand, man. We're in a sunken place right now, and we get enough bashing as it is. We're the laughing stock of the NBA. But I just want to hold them accountable because I don't want to come into the next season under the same cloud of bullshit, under the same cloud of mediocrity. It's about time we change the narrative, man. Look at teams like the Sixers, who was just a laughing stock for a minute and admitted mediocrity. They said, you know what, we're gonna play like shit for a couple of years and we're gonna get some good draft picks. Phoenix, we've been playing like shit. Unintentionally playing like shit. Naturally playing like shit, man. Because we don't know how to draft. Because we get high draft picks and we draft people like Alex Lynn. Marquise Chris. Dragan Bender. You feel me? We make free agents. We make trades for people like Brandon Knight. We trade Isaiah Thomas away from Brandon Knight. You know what I mean? I could go on draft picks all day. Earl Clark. You know what I mean? Kendall Marshall. Y'all remember that bum? Y'all remember him? Yeah, that guy. Where's he at? Hitman next, man. Hit that comment.